5-year team party. Guys, it was a great season. If you think about it, at the beginning of the year, as a team, you guys came up with some goals, and in the end, you accomplished them as far as becoming better players individually, having fun, and winning a championship. And go ahead, guys, you're smiling. Go ahead and clap. And what makes that so great is that the manner in which you did it. You came up with this idea, this concept, this abstract goal, and then you made it a reality, day-to-day effort. And if you think about what it means to be great, it just means to put everything you have into that moment. And if you look at this season, if you look at ourselves individually and as a team, all the teams were comparable. All the teams had similar records at the end of the season. But the difference was you all were prepared to go into the playoffs, prepared to move forward, and to give it your all. If something or someone has more skill, then practice longer. If somebody else is practicing longer, then put more effort into what you're doing. Just always try to be great, guys. And because of that, we do have, I don't know if you've noticed, but as my reminder, my Go Out Be Great wristband, because there are going to be times where you're tired or you don't feel like doing the task at hand, but you just got to fight through it and do everything you can. And you guys did that. So we do have wristbands for everybody to take, put on, help you remember to be great. And again, guys, just give it everything you can. If you think about that last day, Saturday, playing early in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, you all showed up, some of you as early as 7:25, 7:50. By 8 a.m., we're out there running sprints, doing push-ups, laughing, having a good time. And the other team started rolling in about 8:20, and they looked at us, and immediately they're already behind because we were there ahead of time. We were there to be prepared. There's a saying, guys, that if you're on time, you're late. You got to get there beforehand, get ready, be prepared. You guys did that, and it was a long day of baseball, but you just kept fighting through, you never gave up, and the whole season was like that. So if you think about it started day one, ended there at the last day of the championship, and you guys did it. That is truly awesome. So what we're going to do is, for those that have been around, especially Stevenson and Pete Brings, 6-7 years, I apologize, this might seem a little routine, but I do think that it's fun. This year was especially meaningful for me because I know, it's the last time I personally, will probably be coaching Justin as he moves on, Luke as he moves on. I know Griffin as he moves on, Malachi, Brian and Jeffrey. You really do, when you totally throw yourself into a situation or into a process with a group of people, you really do begin to bond with them. And you guys are very special to me. You did an awesome job the last 2 years. For the 9-year-olds, you get to do it all again. It's going to be fun. So what we did, just to kind of mix this up a little bit, is the coaches were talking, and we collectively got some words together to maybe describe you or a memory of you as an individual, something that really jumped out at us. But what we also did was look at some major league players that might have some of the same characteristics as you. And each of you, one of the whole things I think, and I don't want to speak for the coaches, but we just want you guys to have fun. We want you to enjoy the game of baseball. We want you to love the game of baseball. One of our practices, we talked about developing a relationship with first base. Remember that? That's our base, not the other team. You got to get there as fast as you can. Not just first base, all the bases, the field, the smell, the sounds, the teammates. Just enjoy the game, guys. One of the ways of doing that just through watching baseball, minor league, major leagues. You can follow players, you can collect cards. So if you don't already have any, we'll get you started here. But in looking at the first card here is Jim Johnson, pitcher with the Orioles. Anybody familiar with him?
Yeah.
All right. Describe him. What can you say about Jim Johnson?
He was the league leader in saves last year with 40.
Right. And so in talking with the coaches, we looked at one of our players. We looked at one of our players and said, hey, this guy came in during the season and really stepped it up. And when we needed a key save, we went to him and he pulled it off. He did a great job. So our Jim Johnson, Cole, come on up, buddy. And talking about Cole, these are some of the things collectively that the coaches had to say. You don't know who said what necessarily, except the first part. The best $5 ever spent. Coach Gene, can you fill that one in? What does that mean?
I have a challenge for all the players, and if any player hits a home run, they get a $5 McDonald's or Rita's gift card. And Cole was our honoree this year.
Yes, and I tried that. So it really was the best $5 ever spent. When it was looking at the coach's statements, the most memorable hit or home run. Cole has a good future as a pitcher. He's also a dependable utility player. He can play a variety of positions. And one of the coaches said he doesn't recognize his own potential. He's got a lot to offer with his speed and strong arm, which is one of the reasons he's an excellent outfielder. Good job, Cole. All right, the next player is Manny Ramirez. Manny Ramirez has a big swing, a big arm, and an even bigger personality. He is a player that everyone, when he starts talking, you want to hear what he has to say because he's got a lot of energy and it is interesting and fun to be around. But Manny Ramirez is a good baseball player. Incredible arm. If you might see him from the warning track, makes the play, guns it all the way to the plate. Just a very good all-around player. Coaches were talking. We decided our Manny Ramirez is Benny. Come on up. So, some of the things that coaches had to say about our Manny Ramirez, Benny, was that he has the most unique swing on the team, that he had a big RBI during the playoffs that really helped us move past the Orioles. He'll be instrumental next season. He's a solid middle infielder at shortstop and second base. The haircut brought us luck at the end of the season. He's energetic with a good glove behind the plate, and he seems to really follow the game. So good job there. Okay, next player is Roy Oswald. Anybody heard of him? Yep. Okay.
No.
Our Roy Oswald actually has a similar windup. It's kind of interesting on the card. But Roy Oswald, in the National League, guys, Orioles are in which league? American, right? So we may not be as familiar with some National League players, but he's up the road. Philly, incredible pitcher, guys. And we were looking at how this performer, perseverance, always comes in for us. Our Roy Oswald is Quinn. Quinn, come on. So what the coaches had to say about our Roy Oswald, Quinn here, is that he has great knowledge of the game and has speed. And the knowledge of the game and speed at which he plays is only exceeded by the sportsmanship. I don't know if the parents could hear, but he was constantly cheering for everyone. He supports his teammates, relentless on and off the field, versatile. He had a good year on the mound. Most importantly, he never complains. Good job, buddy. Okay, Mike Piazza, longtime Dodger, then went to Oakland. Good ball player, guys, known for his bat, also known for his glove and his leadership position, his abilities to really kind of control the field, let people know what was going on, make sure his teammates are staying in tune with the game. And our Mike Piazza, talking with the coaches, we thought this catcher, Luke, come on up, buddy. And it's questionable as whether or not he'll be in the Hall of Fame, so you got to keep practicing really hard. So, what the coach has said about our Mike Piazza, Luke, is first and foremost, he's Charlie Hustle, 100% effort, 100% of the time. He played on Saturday, what was it, 11 innings of catcher in 90-degree heat and made it through. His head is always in the game. He was a leader on the field at the most difficult position. And this was something that the coaches were in agreement on. He was the unsung hero of the team, the backbone of the defense. He threw runners out. He had a big bat, especially at the end of the season when it was needed most. Good job. Okay, another National League player, this one a little further south in Washington, Gio Gonzalez, pitcher. Very good pitcher. You knew something about him?
He slept before his games. He likes to sleep in his uniform.
He does. Gio Gonzalez, a major leaguer, actually admitted that the night before a game when he's going to pitch, not every night, but when he's going to pitch, he goes to bed in his uniform. He's just so excited. Here he is in the major leagues. And in talking and looking at Gio Gonzalez and the talk amongst the coaches, I think we're all in agreement that our Gio Gonzalez is Justin. So, our Gio Gonzalez, our Justin, some of the things that the coach has said is that he's a team leader by example, always one step ahead of the play, a student of the game, always thinking about what the major leaguers would be doing, a verbal and emotional leader of the team, one of the most aggressive on the base paths. He has a good eye and an excellent first baseman. Good job. Okay, your next player is Josh Beckett. Red Sox?
Red Sox.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, he's not anymore, that's right. He's not anymore. And some people may not remember, he actually started off, had a great career with the Marlins, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Started off. But in looking at Josh Beckett, I mean, no one can deny that he was a go-to guy. Got the Marlins, I believe, into the World Series. Red Sox were struggling for years. Had DeCurs, I know the Cubs did too, but Red Sox were struggling. He elevates them, but just really a power pitcher, did an excellent job. Griffin is our Josh. Appropriately wearing his Red Sox gear. So, the Josh Beckett, coaches had to say about Griffin, he's an all-around great ball player, a leader in how to play hard, carries himself as a player. He was instrumental during the playoffs. And he's excellent at following coaches' instructions, even if he sees the play differently. There were times he got sent home. He knew he might get thrown out, but we sent him because we have faith in his ability. He did a great job with that. But he scattered big hits throughout the season, throughout the outfield, and he demonstrates the smooth as fast. Little coaching moment, guys. Remember, don't rush it. Smooth as fast. Good job, bud.